After the death of Tony and Captain America's aging, the MCU has lost its main characters. However, the Marvel Studios keep their two heirs alive through different heroes and projects. Iron Man's legacy continues, for example, in the form of Rhodey with War Machine, who will be at the head of the next Armor Wars movie, and Riri Williams, who made his debut in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and that we will see in Ironheart on Disney+. However, some fans continue to wish for the return of Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man in the next Marvel movies. What if I told you that I have a theory that could make Tony Stark come back in a totally unexpected way? Hello everyone, and welcome to KraziGeek for a new video. Today we are going to explore a really interesting theory that may really divide fans of the MCU and Tony. Prepare your coffee, sit down comfortably. So guys, don't forget to subscribe. I am Sam, and you are on KraziGeek. What if I told you that after more than a decade as Iron Man, Tony Stark as Robert Downey Jr. came back as a great villain of the MCU, as Dr. Doom to be more precise. Iron Man and Dr. Doom are two major characters of Marvel, and although Victor Van Doom and Tony Stark could share the screen in the future of the MCU, I propose today a new theory in which the two characters make one. Robert Downey Jr. could come back not as Tony, but as a variant of Iron Man from the multiverse. After facing Thanos by relying on magic because technology did not help him defeat the Mad Titan, Iron Man would become a version of Dr. Doom. After the success of the variant of Iron Man against Thanos, this Tony Stark from an alternate universe would learn the existence of the multiverse and the threat posed by the variants of Kang for the plot of reality, which is even bigger than Thanos. Instead of limiting his plans to the construction of an armor to protect the whole world, which led to Ultron on Earth 616, the variant of Iron Man would then try to do this for the whole multiverse, thus becoming the greatest multiverse power and ultimately leading to the creation of Battleworld. We could even see a Tony Stark appropriating the powers of the Darkhold. My theory also takes into account the casting of Marvel for the Fantastic Four. It seems like the actors chosen for the film would only play their role until the resumption of the franchise, which would explain the choice of an older casting for Reed Richards with Pedro Pascal in the role, and would allow Robert Downey Jr. to play the character of Iron Man/Dr. Doom until the resumption. In Marvel Comics, the series Infamous Iron Man followed Dr. Doom as he became the new Iron Man after the death of Tony Stark, and a version of this story in the MCU, inverted, would be, in my opinion, exciting. The end of Endgame with Tony dying after sacrificing himself to eliminate Thanos and his army was perfect. Stark went a long way, keeping his unique personality while becoming more and more a hero at each appearance. In the end, Iron Man made the ultimate sacrifice, opening the door for the next generation of heroes to take over. Although it seems that Tony's story is over, it could change because Robert Downey Jr. recently stated that he would be open to the idea of playing Iron Man again in the future. Evoking a possible return, Robert Downey Jr. said with pleasure, "It is too integrated into my DNA." After winning an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for his performance in Oppenheimer, Robert Downey Jr. seems ready to return to the MCU to take over the role of Iron Man. And according to recent information, Marvel even considered bringing back the original Avengers, which would include the two dead members of the team Iron Man and Black Widow. The return of Downey Jr. as Iron Man in at least Avengers Secret Wars, helping to put an end to the multiverse saga, would be, in my opinion, the perfect theory of the return of Iron Man and avoids a major problem. Indeed, one of the two biggest reproaches about Tony Stark's return comes from the fear that it could cancel the perfect ending in Avengers Endgame. After helping to start the universe in Iron Man 1, Tony Stark concluded his journey with the ultimate sacrifice, saving everyone from Thanos. Although Robert Downey Jr. returning as Iron Man would undoubtedly be one of the strongest and most moving moments of the MCU, there are only a few ways to do it so that the story of Iron Man in Avengers Endgame is not canceled. So an Iron Man becoming Dr. Doom would avoid any conflict in Avengers Endgame by using the multiverse. The original Tony Stark could stay dead while Robert Downey Jr. would play a new version of the character. In addition, my theory would make Dr. Doom Iron Man a multiversal power because the character would be forced to keep challenging himself to stop Thanos. This would show how important Tony Stark's main sacrifice was, allowing Robert Downey Jr. to play a completely new variant offering new stories of Iron Man. But then, why would Tony Stark, after facing Thanos, decide to become Dr. Doom? Maybe his defeat against Thanos deeply marked him, questioning his beliefs in technology as a solution to all problems. He could also be confronted with personal losses, exacerbating his feeling of helplessness. The discovery of magic and its infinite possibilities, with the Darkhold, for example, could offer him a new way to reach his goals. And he could see in Dr. Doom an opportunity to transcend his own humanity and become an unstoppable force in the multiverse. The mastery of magic by Dr. Doom would offer him new possibilities and unique challenges. He could combine the advanced technology he developed as Iron Man with the spells and magical artifacts he would discover, thus creating weapons and innovative strategies. However, this fusion of magic and technology could also make him vulnerable to mystical forces against which he is not prepared, adding an additional dimension to his battles and dilemmas. As Tony Stark dives into the study of magic and its powers, his personality could undergo significant changes. His arrogance and his assurance could turn into an obsession and a desire for absolute control over the multiverse. His relationship with technology could evolve into a coexistence with magic where they combine to reach even more ambitious goals. Tony Stark, now Dr. Doom, could be haunted by the ghosts of his past as Iron Man. His past actions could torment him as he makes difficult decisions to reach his new goals. He could also be confronted with moral dilemmas where he has to choose between the multiverse's well-being and his own aspirations for power. This previous struggle would add complexity to his character and make him more human despite his transformation into Doom. Dr. Doom's rise in the multiverse would have major repercussions on the MCU. The other heroes and supervillains would react to this new threat in different ways, forming improbable alliances or seeking to challenge it. The MCU's political and cosmic dimensions would be shaken, while Dr. Doom would extend his influence and plans through the different universes, causing conflicts and crises on a scale never seen before. What do you think of this theory? Would you like to see Tony Stark come back as Dr. Doom? Let me know in the comments, and don't hesitate to share with me your theories. I love reading them and debating with you. As usual, thank you for watching this video. Also, if you don't want to miss my next videos, subscribe and activate the notifications. See you next time on KraziGeek.